Yo, what's good, y'all? No Mercy, Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. I know what time it is. I'm just here to give a quick recap of Town Business 2, basically, from my perspective and everything. Now, I'm gonna recap the rest of the day 2 battles when I get a chance, but I pretty much throughout the weekend I was kind of like dipping in and out of what was going on. But I was in tune for day 1. First of all, salute to Kotd for throwing me into the documentary for the Diz and SoCon battle. That was love. Shouts to them. Shows that they keep in tune with the movement and, pay attention to what's being said and everything. So appreciate everybody over there for, they handing that. Now let's start off with, because this pretty much was the beginning of, the issues. But the pay-per-view and the website bullshit. I'm gonna let y'all know what I was experiencing from my end. They basically said it was like a hack, like a server overload. Somebody pretty much paid. Let me explain to y'all how this works, right? You can pay for YouTube views. You understand? What you're paying for is you're paying someone to pretty much create like what they call a script, which is basically something that commands a computer and tells it what to do or something like that. I did a little research on this. I had to get my computer knowledge and stuff like that up, when I seen what was going on. But with the YouTube views, somebody creates basically a command for a computer to, let's say, click on a certain YouTube video, right? The command is then made to repeat itself so that it'll keep on clicking on the same links or, something like that. So it's basically what they call bots. And they can replicate themselves and do stuff like that. That's why, like, when you have these sites where you could pay for YouTube views, you could pay for 10,000 or 100,000 or 1,000,000. And when you pay the person to do it, that's how many views you get, because it creates a command that tells the computer or whatever to hit this link 100,000 or 1,000,000 times or whatever. So that's pretty much kind of what the whole hack thing was. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there's situations where I guess you can probably get someone to do it to a website, but websites are different than, YouTube. Obviously, YouTube is a big corporate website where it can do that without it overloading the server. But if you do that to aim it at a particular website, then if they don't have the proper security and encryptions and shit like that, then it's just going to overload the server and make it hard for people to connect to what's going on there. So that was pretty much what happened with the Kotd thing. Now, I tuned in starting from Big K versus Madflex. And this how it went. When I clicked on the Kotd page, it took maybe about 3 or 4 minutes to fully load up. Go to log in. That page took about 3 or 4 minutes to load up. Then you actually log in, take about 3 or 4 minutes to load up. And then you get to the page that actually has the pay-per-view. Now, once you wait those 3 or 4 minutes for each page to load up and you get to the pay-per-view, the pay-per-view stream itself was actually running pretty smoothly. It was for the first couple of minutes of pretty much for the entirety of Big K and Madflex. It was kind of jumping and lagging a little bit, but after that it flowed smooth. But it's like once you got through those initial Kotd website pages, the stream itself was kind of working just fine. And I think if you lowered the resolution on the stream, then you was kind of good as far as it's streaming fine because, of course, you put it on 480p, lower resolution, and, you'll be able to get better quality, or, it's not so much data being, transferred and stuff like that. So, stuff like that. A lot of times when I do watch pay-per-view streams, I don't watch them on 1080p or 720 because a lot of times if your internet ain't like super up to par, then you're gonna get, little issues pretty much. So I usually try to go for like the non-HD quality streams. You feel me? But so that's what the issue was. You can't blame Kotd for that. You understand? Like, it was an attack on their site. That's not, at the fault of them. They put their pay-per-view together, they put their event together, and they carry it on as best as they can. Somebody did something malicious, and, that's just what it was. Of course, you don't want to spend $50 and, have to deal with shit like that. But, it's one of those things where it's like, shit happens. You feel what I'm saying? And the only thing you can do is whoever's affected by it, try to rectify it, for the next time. So, day one was pretty good. Let me get my phone because I don't watch so much battle rap over this weekend. It's like ridiculous, but let me say this. The event overall was pretty good. Let me see. Mad Flex and Big K. I have to rewatch that. Like I said, it was lagging when I first seen it, so I didn't really get to give it a good watch. Frack versus Thesaurus. I felt that was a really good battle. I forgot how I called it, but what I'm gonna say is this: Thesaurus showed that it's levels. You understand? And I'm not exactly a Thesaurus fan, but it was a clear. It shows the level of poise and just experience that Thesaurus have over Frack, who Frack was fire. Frack was fire. He was funny. I just felt like he, as far as just his poise and showing a certain level of like vet status and just a little bit more experience, I felt like he still had certain areas he could tighten up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the Thesaurus really showed that, he was just pretty much, it's experience showed. Experience showed, man. You feel me? And it was a funny battle. Like, overall, it was a really dope battle. But I really much had Thesaurus taking that one. You understand? RX versus Myverse. That was a great battle. Let me say, them ladies look lovely up there. Like, I might have to watch this battle another 10 times. But overall, it was a great battle. Here's the thing. RX, she came out the gate swinging so hard that I thought she was going to smoke Myverse this battle. Like, her first round was incredible. You feel me? Myverse, her first was cool, but I was like, for a comeback round, this, could have been better. But surprisingly, in my personal opinion, Myverse ended up taking the second and third rounds. You feel what I'm saying? I just felt like she got in a certain bag where it was just like, once she got hot, she just like kept on going. You feel what I'm saying? And this is no knock to RX because RX is fire. I did feel that, I think it was her third round, she had a couple slip-ups, so she just got to be better prepared as far as that goes. But I do feel like that third round would have been a lot closer if she wasn't slipping up. You understand? But I pretty much got to give that battle to Myverse 2-1. But that was a great battle from the ladies, man. You feel what I'm saying? So I seen them talking about that they forming a 2-on-2 team now, so I would love to see how that goes. You know what I mean? Like, I think that would be, a really dope team. So who knows? Let's see who them two can get matched up against. B-Dot versus Oops. Oh, man. Oops. What are you doing, man? Material-wise, this was hands down battle of the night. You understand? This was a great battle if we're talking material. But my only problem was that Oops was so unprepared. You understand? And I'm not one of them people that, like, I don't have no no hatred or no malice for nobody. So I don't ever want anybody to think that, like, I rock with Oops heavy. I'm a supporter. I think what he's been doing as far as, the whole politic thing, I think it was actually a dope step for him to go from battle rap to being an actual politician and trying to make change within his city. So I'll always respect him for that. You understand? But, when it comes to this battle rap thing, we got to be fair. And if we're being fair, Oops was not well prepared for this battle. You understand? He had great material. The first round, he had a couple stumbles. The second and third, he had spots where he choked. And even though he got it back, he still choked. You understand what I'm saying? And B-Dot was pretty much flawless all 3 rounds. So I had to give the battle to B-Dot 3-0. You understand? Like, material-wise, amazing battle. Amazing performances on both sides. You understand? But I felt like, Oops' lack of preparation pretty much took away from it. You understand what I'm saying? Could have been a potential classic, So that's just my thoughts on that. Paz versus Danny Myers. Man. Danny, you got your ass kicked. You feel what I'm saying? I was going into this battle thinking Danny Myers was going to get Paz the fuck out of here. I thought Danny Myers was going to 3-0 Paz. Body bag. No debating. Danny got his ass whooped. Now, the energy in the building, the crowd was pretty much chanting 3-0 by the end of Paz's third because Paz was just going to fuck off. You feel me? Like, every single round, there was no chokes, no stumbles. Like, he really got Danny up out of here. You feel me? Now, us watching at home, because, it's a different energy when you're watching a battle on pay-per-view, I believe it was the first round that I gave to Danny Myers. It was one that was like really close, and I kind of edged it to Danny. But I know the third round Paz demolished Danny, and including Danny choking in I forgot which rounds it was. I think it was 2 and 3, and then Danny hit. Of course, Danny hits with the, I just battled yesterday. Danny, we not doing that. We not doing that. You know how niggas get when niggas throw that excuse out there. You also yourself have been a person that will be watching a battle, see somebody choke and have an excuse, and you'll point it out like, yo, we not making excuses, so we can't do the same for you. Like, we got to keep the same energy for you, Danny. We can't hit you with, you can't hit him with the, yo, I just battled last night. That shit don't matter, man. Start booking your battles better than Danny. You feel what I'm saying? But that was just, I would have lost money on that battle. Like, man, I'm glad I ain't bet on that one. Because that was really the battle. That was the biggest upset of the night to me. You understand? Like, come on, man. Danny, you're not supposed to take an L like that. You feel what I'm saying? But passwords 2-1, clear. If you want to give it the Paz 3-0, I'm not, I'm not knocking it. It was a good battle for what we got out of it, but Danny should have been better prepared. You understand what I'm saying? And Real Deal versus Chilla Jones. That was a fire battle. That was a fire battle. For a battle like that to be the third battle in a series of battles, and then for them to still be able to come up with solid material each time, I thought that was really dope of both of them. You feel what I'm saying? It was definitely a hard to call battle because both of them were just in there swinging, and they were swinging like crazy, man. And that's hard to do. That's hard to do, to battle somebody for a third time and be able to still come up with original material and original things to talk about between the both of y'all. That was amazing. That was amazing. That battle was hard for me to call, but they pretty much called it the judges 3-2 in favor of Real Deal. I felt like this battle was much closer, and with Real Deal pretty much winning the judges over by an edge, this one to me actually makes, the judgment makes a lot more sense in this one. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just doing day 1 for now. I was gonna do the whole weekend, but I didn't see enough battles from day 2 to really do a full recap. So this is just gonna be part 1. I'm gonna see if I could tonight watch the rest of the battles, because this is the thing. I caught Active versus Bricks, which was fire. I caught Fredo versus Nestle, which was fire. I caught Saint versus B Magic, which was fire. So I still gotta watch the rest of the battles, and then Disaster versus SoulCon. You know what I mean? So next time on Dragon Ball Z, we will discuss day 2 of Town Business in full, and yeah, I'll give my recap on those battles. And for now, this is part 1. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all hit the link in the description, cop y'all some merch. I got some new merch on the way: hats, t-shirts, socks, towels, whatever you need. I might try to put out some diapers or something like that. So make sure I hit the link in the description and copy some merch. And yeah, I'll see y'all soon, man. NoMercyTV, Trap New York shit. Y'all already know what time it is, man. I'm out of here.